sides. Yes, what's up everybody, it's your girl Anjiro Happy. I'm here with yet another video, and for today's video I will be repositioning two cutting rods to like a higher level. Does it make sense? So you have these long cuttings, they look really good long. The current cuttings that were serving the space, but they are temporary, and now we need a bigger space. So what do? And just raise it up. And for this DIY, I really want it to be something you at home can actually do for yourself. It's never that serious, by the way. Most of the small jobs, you can do them yourself at home. I'll try not to be very extra with power tools. I'm using all the power tools, doing what? Nah. I think for this video, not even I know for this video, I'm only gonna be using a drill. This is how mine looks like. Yes, this is not a sponsored video. I'm gonna also need, this is called a chuck key. I have actually done a video on parts of a drill, but I think I'm gonna do a better version of it with a better lighting. But for now, this is a chuck key that deals with opening the chuck. And the chuck is where the drill bit goes in. Yeah. For this specific DIY, I'll be using this bit, and this is the reason why. First and foremost, when you buy these cutting rods, they come with specific size screws. I don't know whether I have one here. They come with really specific screws. It's your lucky day, fam. The screws are usually this size. Ooh, am I lying? Let's see. Yeah, it's actually this size. There's even one inside here. So one thing I noticed is, let me check this. Once you drill like a hole to the wall, what happens is you can't just directly finger the screw into the wall. It needs some form of firmness that can only be attained by a screw plug. A screw plug looks like this. It's actually plastic. They're metallic ones, but yeah, the plastic is actually what comes with the cutting rod. In case yours doesn't have, you can actually buy them at a hardware store. There's a supermarket that sells hardware stuff. And this is the size of the screw that comes with the cutting rods. So now, back to why I chose this size drill bit. The reason I chose this is because the hole I create on a wall needs to be the size of the plug, meaning the plug is able to fit in there perfectly, and it fits in there perfectly. Why? So that it's very firm and stable. Remember, once you put this and you screw the screws and you've held the cutting rod tight, it means your curtains are going on. So imagine if whatever your foundation is, the plug is not firm, then the screw goes to a not firm plug and to a very big hole. Then once you set up your curtains, everything just, you try to close up the curtains at night and the rod falls on you. So this is what I'll use. And instead of using my drill to like screw and unscrew, I'll go the DIY way. Just let's use a screwdriver, because even me started the screwdriver. And I'll need a level. This is just to, don't mind, mine has chapad. It means it's been working. This will just help me see if the plane is straight. Ama nimeka curtain rod inakani kama it's a ladder upway to heaven. I've set the screwdriver. I don't know whether I set the foot to help me confirm. Also, sometimes you might put the level and the wall isn't straight. What do I mean by the wall isn't straight? The level where the ceiling board was placed, on one side it's higher than the other. So if you put the rod straight, then when you look at it from afar, it kind of looks like it's bent yet it's level. Does it make sense? So saa zingine if you have to get your level, just use your eyes or use something you can measure with. So that means the distance from Paleju to where the road on the left side is, and the distance from where the ceiling board and the level on the right side is the same distance. Yeah. Have I forgotten anything? Should you? Oh yeah, I've forgotten. And the hammer. It doesn't need to be this big. This is actually very heavy. This was that hammer. Mine has been overworked and chappered, but this will do for now. This will help me quickly hit the plugs and ensure they're all the way into the hole. So that's why I have the hammer here. But if you're strong enough, if you're strong enough or you're very DIY, hata ndo hauna, rafiki yangu tumia screwdriver pia. Pande nyingine gonga, it goes in. What do you mean? Aya. Now that I've showed you what I'll be using for this DIY, I think it's only right to show you, it's always safety first before anything else. And if it's safety first, this is what I use for safety. But before I started using this for safety, I had come from a place before I bought the mask, the working mask, So this is what I have. This is a mask. It's a KN95 mask. Because all this is extra tunes, and when you're starting with this DIY journey, you don't have all this at the same time. You actually realize as you go, you're like, today I'm trying to drill this hole, but all that cement is getting into my eyes. What am I gonna do? Get yourself some this. If you don't have this, then you can start with this. I started with this. You also need something to cover your hair. So for today, I won't be chucking my hat. I'll either have a duragon or a bandana or a beanie, but for now I have this. So I started with this until it got to a place where you notice this is wind you're dealing with. If it's dust, it's smoke, it's cement, it just doesn't go one way. It's diffused in the air, or it's floating in the air. So what happens, it will still come through here, kwanza here, you have to clean your ears. So yeah, so I started with this, and then for a mask, COVID came through for like the mask business. So you can do this mask. But you see, every time you breathe, I can't see whether it's coming to my eyes, but sometimes it's also that like you can't see proper. And then imagine you're cutting something and then just not seeing it, you cut through your fingers from. And it starts discouraging people. Do not be discouraged, even if it will happen, but that's where. So for now, I can use this. I don't have to go all the way, so you can start like this. But if you know how to help here and there, you don't have to wear this as such, because it's not like wood chips coming back to you. Yeah. So let's get it. So I'm gonna be putting the drill bit into the drill, and the fact that I have this other bit that's not for this project, it goes out. Then I put my drill bit. I'm gonna show you how. It's an easy thing, and I actually will do a video, and I've said I'll do, of how to use a drill. But if like you're visiting this video now and you're like, geez, I'm currently working on this project and I need to know how to actually do this, I already have a video, which I think I'll actually use a link up here to get to that old video. Yeah. Higher. Also, the setting needs to be this side where there's a hammer. When you're dealing with cement or very hard, actually, it's mainly stone or cement, concrete, you use this side. So I have to put my setting on that side so that it's like hammering the wall to create the hole. That's it. And sasa, since already there's like the rod is at a lower place, I have to remove the rod, everything first before anything else. So we do that now. Yeah, so that's done, right? So I want to use the cutting. This is new cutting, and ensure that the height is as agreed. I just need to mark out the new position. This was the previous position, so I need to go to the next position, and it's around here. With the first holder, you're actually safe because you can set this up and now use this to set the other one up. Does it make sense? So for this one, I just need to mark. I can actually install it. But to install the other one is where I need to measure the level to ensure it's the same height as this one, you know. So for this one, tunasonga tuna venye iko. So just need to mark. I'm using a pen because it's easier to see the markings with a pen. And the pen tip actually gets into most spaces. I personally like determining the size of the hole inward with my screw. Ooh, not on top. Let's get another one. I like to determine the depth of the hole using the screw that's going inside the screw size. So you see my screw size is fitting here. So it's like up to here. Let me rub off this knees. For the first hole, I'm a bit deep. And then the plug. Ensure the plug also goes all the way in that size. So that's good. So all of them nitafikisha hapo. But normally there's a depth gauge that comes with the drill for you to know the distance or actually kima the distance you want. But hectic. The area because of course the cement is everywhere. You can't put clean cuttings with cement all over the place. I want to wipe around the area. For now, I can't actually seal the holes. I can't seal the holes because there's no blue paint. So for now it has to stay like that. I just need to wipe around the area until the paint is gotten. Then I can fill in those holes.